Hello, everyone. My name is Xiaoxin Zhong, and today my topic is the first generation student, and it is supervised by Dr. Siri Boy Lilligraven. So my name is Xiaoxin Zhong, and currently I'm studying the third year at the Bachelor's Econometrics at our faculty with data science as my specialization. As for the experiences, I had half-year internship experiences as data analyst in a technology company. And in my free time, I like doing some boxing and basketball, even though that's like I'm not really a top player to that, but I think it's really like relaxing, especially after a whole day tiring work. As for the project, I think I really enjoyed, and I would super be happy to share something about it. So the mission of the project is to investigate the situation of this first generation student group at our faculty, like how they are doing right now and what they are in need of, something like that. And for my motivation of the project, uh, I mean, I do care about the minority group at our faculty and look forward a more diverse environment at our faculty. As both of my parents are the first generation students, I know how they struggle, especially in a society and environment without any support to the group. And as I see, like there's some such a diverse environment at our faculty, and everyone is contributing to that. I think it's a super nice things to expect, and it's really encouraging. And I think diversity is quite important to us because I think uh, by uh, by doing that, so like everyone, I mean, from different group, different races, and with different social backgrounds, can work together, cooperate, and it will be a super creative environment for all of us, and we can try to understand the different stuff and think from different perspectives. I think it will be a super valuable like addition to our faculty and also the uni. Before doing the project, I only know a few about the for the general students. To be honest, I only know the concepts like the basic definition, and I don't know anything more. Excluding to that before doing the project. And this is why I also feel I also learn a lot by myself during the process of doing this one. Before the project, I expect that I can understand the real needs and the situation of the group at our faculty, and also evaluate the current programs, also the previous programs which are related to the group, like how they are doing, like whether they're really beneficial to the group, something like that. And also, I think the most important is trying to conclude some results and also suggestions about their group, and also yeah to the faculty, like what we can do in the future. For the process, my project is mainly finished by a quantitative and a qualitative analysis, and the relevant stakeholder would be the Dr. Silver, Dominic Martinez, who is really kind and share data with me, and also my supervisor, Dr. Siri Boyd Livergraven, who also give me a lot of support about the data and some additional information, also some guidance. And I have really close contact with two first generation students, uh, and who is Ru Song and Elisa Van Ems, and all of them are from our faculty, and it's really valuable experiences talking to them. And the potential bumps happen to the process would be the difficulty of presenting the real data, because actually it took a lot of time, and we don't really get that enough data as I expect due to the privacy issues. But it's pretty understandable because it's really personal data. And also I find that it's the real problem of getting to the group and I mean also setting up the interviews with them, because I feel like they don't really want to share their experiences as they see it's negative and very personal, and to some extent they feel a bit like embarrassed or ashamed of like sharing their experiences, or maybe showing or showing that to the public. For the results of my project, like firstly, I find that the percentage of the group at our faculty is quite high for the first generation student group. This means that we still need to do something to support them. And also the group showed lower rates in obtaining BSA, even though that the average grade is more or less similar. So it can also show some facts. And yeah, and so it is still valuable and necessary to take actions to support the group, I think. And as for the evaluation of the ongoing programs, I would say that they are super helpful, such as the Get Ready onboarding program or the Mutual Mentor offboarding program. And I also want to mention another one, which is the skills classes for the first year, at least for the actuarial science and econometrics bachelor students. And the interviewees I contact respond to me that it's super helpful for them to have chance of taking the skills classes, because they don't really have a lot of people they can look up to, they can rely on about the study. And actually, as a first year students and also the first generation student as their family, they don't have much people with university degree to talk about, and it's a really important step, I think, and it should be continued and strengthened in the future. Also, I find that the promotion of the programs is not that well to the group, as all the interviews I contacted don't really know the existence of the programs I mentioned before, but actually they're super interested in that because they find it might be super useful and meaningful to their personal development. And also another addition I want to mention is that the skills classes are much more valuable than we can imagine to the group, because it kind of the director support that they can gain from the environment, as their family can actually really give any support from the study to them, and a lot of the students from the first generation student group are actually also experiences the financial issues. So I think if some support such as the skills from the study can be given to them, it will be super encouraging. So my recommendations would be the group is still struggle to some extent, even though that not all of them are under experiences the financial issues as we expected before the project. And so further support is still valuable and can be more targeted on the group. So my recommendations would be better promotions to the target group can be done, and also I really strongly suggest to keep or continuing the skills classes for the first year students, and if possible, I think it can be extended to 1 or 2 blocks more, as the students feel really helpful of getting support from the skills classes. And at the end, I want to really quickly conclude that the group, I mean the first generation students group at our faculty is still a relatively big group, as the percentage of the group is much higher than we expect, and even though that's on their experiences a lot of issues from their families or maybe difficulties, but they are still really I mean ambitious and tough and determined students, and they deserve really I mean we should help them or support them to help them overcome some current difficulties which might be hard for them to deal with right now, and they should get some support from the public. And also the group have some other characteristics, such as I think they are quite vulnerable, and they have really unstable inner environment, especially from the family or their mother society, and also because of their because of their past experiences and their current condition, they are really likely to be isolated at the faculty, and so this is why I think that the support and the attention to the group is still very valuable and would be important for our future work. And, this is the end of my presentation, and this is my reference for the project. Thank you very much.